One of the most mysterious, spectacular, and celebrated affairs in all of the natural world is the life cycle of wild salmon. Hatched in freshwater, grown in salt, every year millions of salmon return to the coastal rivers of their origin to reproduce and die. Today, 80% of wild Pacific salmon come from Alaskan waters. Kodiak Island, known as Alaska's Emerald Island, has 117 salmon streams and rivers. Kodiak Island's largest watershed is drained by the Ayakulik River. The Ayakulik River lodges are nestled near the mouth of the river, 100 air miles southwest of the city of Kodiak. For eons, the annual homeward journey of the salmon has provided an abundant food source for plants, fish, birds, humans, and the celebrated Kodiak Brown Bear. These bears are the world's largest land predator. The Kodiak Brown Bear and salmon interaction is one of nature's most remarkable phenomenons. Kodiak brown bears are the world's largest bear. A male can stand over 10 feet tall and weigh up to 1,500 pounds. Females are about 25% smaller. Brown bears are commonly thought of as being carnivorous, but are actually omnivores, eating a variety of foods. They spend more time eating grass, plants, and berries than meat. The Ayakulik River Valley provides some of the best bear viewing on the planet. 2010 was particularly amazing. In the spring, a resident sow appeared with 4 cubs, a rare occurrence. Even more incredible, the family was shadowed by a juvenile sow who with persistence was adopted into the family. According to local bear biologists, this behavior had never been seen before. Sows reach sexual maturity after 5 years and have cubs every 4 years thereafter. Cubs are born in the den during January or February. Weighing less than a pound at birth, with little hair and closed eyes, they suckle for several months, emerging from the den in May or June, weighing 15 to 20 pounds. Cubs spend from 2 to 4 years with their mother. Bear biologists estimate that only 50% of bear cubs reach maturity. In mid-August, the smallest cub disappeared. Receding tide trapped salmon in diminishing pools, making fishing easy, even for cubs. What will the future be for this amazing family? Will they winter together? Join us in 2011 and witness the next chapter. Most of Kodiak Island is a rainforest, lush and spectacular, with many streams, rivers, mountains, and rocky shorelines. It lives up to its Emerald Island billing. Unfortunately, our flight to the Ayakulik was in the rain, limiting visibility. Our pilot, Tom Walters, said that wildlife is abundant and usually very visible. We stayed at the North Lodge, which overlooks the Ayakulik River and the ocean. This place is very special. Tom Simkowski and Amy Fredette know how to cater to people. Their 21 years of experience has finely tuned this operation. Food was great, the staff very accommodating, and the landscape is perfect for a true wilderness experience. Many clips were shot from the decks that surround the lodge. A lifetime of outdoor experiences did not prepare me for my stay at the Ayakulik River. Wildlife rarely tolerates people, especially the predators. Not the case here. The presence of fishermen on the river has habituated the bears, and they are very tolerant. This spring, a resident sow had 4 cubs, and her preferred territory was around the lodges. Unfortunately, when approached, she moved away. A juvenile sow was shadowing the family. Mother bears abandon their cubs in the spring, 2 to 3 years after birth. This juvenile was not ready for life on her own. We were patient, positioning ourselves where we knew they would pass, and then following at a respectful distance. We knew that male bears would kill cubs if given the opportunity. We frequently saw 2 boars, which made the sow and cubs nervous. Must be that boar. Patience and time prevailed. The sow adopted the abandoned juvenile. Eventually, the entire family paid little attention to us. We usually sat on the ground in the open, without a blind or concealment. The bears got so trusting that they came to where we were to nap and nurse, without concern for us. Some sequences were shot at less than 35 yards.
Here I am with my first salmon, as green as I can be and having a great time of it. Just one of the many perks of this job. A few days later, I climbed the mountain in the background with one of the guides and found a bear den and a ptarmigan with chicks. Prior to the making of this film, I'd never been around bears. I had no idea how I would react or how I would feel about them. Following my guides around those first few days, I watched closely and learned a ton. It was thrilling to be out among the bears like this, and so exciting for me. But also, it was an honor and a privilege to be there. We happened to park ourselves on a little sandbar on this particular day, just as a flood of salmon came through, and soon we had bears running in front of us and behind us. There came a torrent of splashing, and a salmon jumped onto the shore not 2 feet from us. Alaska, like so many other places, had an unusually rainy summer in 2010, but one day it all came together for us. The sun came out, the surf was wild, and the much anticipated and enormous pink salmon run had begun. Everyone showed up for a party on the beach that day. Seals, eagles, seagulls, and of course, the bears. It was absolutely the most alive place I'd ever stood in. All those fish jumping wildly to their final life-giving moments. The cubs got their first fish that day and kept parading in between us, showing them off. By the time we left the Ayakulik River area, we were adrenaline junkies.
Bears, fish, seals, and glorious landscapes on both the river and ocean provide unlimited filming opportunities. We enjoyed fishing and meeting the guests. We had never fly fished before. Some quick lessons, and it was fish on. We got spoiled in a hurry. Big fighting ocean run fish on a fly rod. Great people. The best time of my life. 5 weeks went too quickly. Jennifer and I would like to thank Tom Simkowski, Amy Fredette, the staff and guests at the Ayakulik River Lodge. Experiences like this are what dreams are made of.